I made a fortune through live streaming on TikTok and thought I could finally live an easy life with my baby daughter. But on my way home, I got into a car accident and somehow got reborn into the body of a wife abuser. A little girl was looking at me with tears in her eyes. Please don't hit mommy anymore. I froze, my eyes wide open, as memories kept flooding in. The original owner was a total loser who somehow married a rising star singer as his wife. After their relationship went public, his wife gave up her singing career without thinking twice, and even had a beautiful daughter with him. But after his boy band broke up, the original owner lost his job because he had no talent. He blamed his wife for everything, thinking marrying her ruined his career. After getting all the original owner's memories, I couldn't help but swear out loud. Then I looked up at the corner where Chloe Bai had just been beaten and was curled up like a ball, shaking while holding the child. Seeing me staring at her, Chloe's body shook even harder. Chloe had thought about running away with Lily so many times, but she was an orphan with no money. Everything was controlled by this monster. She even thought about ending her life, but she couldn't leave her child behind. If she died, what would happen to 3-year-old Lily? So every time after getting beaten, she could only cry quietly by herself, scared of frightening the child. After a long time, I took a deep breath, slowly stood up and turned on the light. The warm orange light lit up the whole room, broken furniture everywhere and the heavy smell of alcohol in the air. Looking at the mess in front of me, I shook my head and started cleaning up. Chloe still held Lily tightly, curled up without moving, but surprise showed in her eyes. This monster never cleaned before. After drinking, he'd just pass out. This was the first time. I didn't bother the mother and daughter. I just grabbed a towel from the kitchen and started wiping the table. I cleaned until the house was spotless, leaving me soaked in sweat. After resting a bit, I grabbed clean clothes from the closet and walked into the bathroom. Chloe watched the bathroom door close, then looked at the clean room I just tidied. Her eyes filled with shock. He even threw away the leftover alcohol. Why? If you told her he changed, she wouldn't believe it. A monster is a monster. Mommy, Lily's tummy is hungry, 3-year-old Lily said, her big round eyes looking at her mother. Chloe touched Lily's hair. Lily, be good. Mommy will make you food later. Lily nodded obediently. The little girl knew she could only eat after Daddy fell asleep. After I finished my shower and opened the door, I clearly saw the mother and daughter sitting on the broken little couch, both shrinking back. I bit my lip, didn't say anything to them, opened the front door and walked out. Chloe froze, confused in her eyes. Was he going out to buy more alcohol? Were she and Lily going to get beaten again? Chloe bit her lip, her face turning pale, tears falling non-stop. Lily thought her mommy was crying because she said she was hungry. She quickly reached out her little hand to wipe Chloe's face clumsily. Mommy, don't cry, Lily's not hungry. Chloe bit her lip harder, tears falling even faster. After a while, she said in a shaking voice, Lily, be good. Mommy will help you sleep. After you sleep, you won't be hungry. Tomorrow morning, Mommy will wake up early and make you something yummy, okay? Lily nodded obediently. Okay, Mommy, don't cry. Chloe picked up Lily gently. The wounds on her back hurt a little from the movement. Long-term malnutrition made her vision go dark for a moment, but she still struggled to stand, holding her daughter step by step into the bedroom. After lying on the bed, Chloe finally felt a bit better. She gently hummed a lullaby to put Lily to sleep. Watching Lily slowly close her eyes, Chloe thought about the past 2 years since getting married. Her heart filled with pain. She finally made up her mind. Tomorrow she'd leave this hell. Even dying outside would be better than being tortured to death by this monster. Just then the door opened. Chloe, who was still lost in thought, couldn't help but shake again. She unconsciously covered Lily's ears, quietly listening to the sounds outside. I pushed open the door and immediately looked toward the bedroom, feeling guilty. They must have gone back to sleep. But wait, they probably haven't eaten yet. I looked at the food in my hands, thought for a moment, then put the food on the table and walked toward the bedroom. Chloe had been tense the whole time. Hearing my footsteps getting closer, she quickly closed her eyes and pretended to sleep. Her heart kept praying, please don't come in, please don't come in. The next second, a knock on the door suddenly rang out. I bought you food. If you're hungry, come out and eat. I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. Hearing this familiar voice, Chloe's eyes shot open. Then she heard footsteps slowly walking away. The room became quiet again, with only Chloe's nervous breathing echoing in the bedroom. Lily had opened her eyes at some point. She clearly heard what I said and was staring curiously at the closed door. Today, that scary daddy didn't come back to sleep in the room, and it seemed like he bought them food. Thinking about food, she felt hungry again. She swallowed and looked hopefully at her mommy. This was too strange for Chloe to understand, but seeing her daughter's hopeful eyes, she gathered her courage and tiptoed to the bathroom door. Opening the door slightly, the smell of food hit her right away. Chloe's eyes immediately got wet. The food on the table became blurry. He actually bought food for them? Facing this sudden kindness from the monster, Chloe didn't feel happy. She felt terrified deep down. Why was he being like this? What else did he want from her? Lily, barefoot with her little short legs, also ran over. Leaning against the doorframe, she looked outside. Her eyes suddenly lit up and drool started flowing, but she didn't move. Instead, she looked up at her mommy with wide, unblinking eyes. Chloe closed her eyes helplessly, looked at her daughter's hopeful expression, took a deep breath, then forced a smile. She picked up Lily. Lily, be good. Let's eat quietly. Lily happily closed her eyes and nodded her little head eagerly. I was in my room and of course heard the sounds outside. I let out a deep breath. Just now I went out, got a haircut, and bought food. Then I discovered this family only had 1-800 yuan left in savings. If I'd been reborn any later, this family wouldn't even have money for food. This world was completely different. The entertainment level here was pretty low. Any hit song from my world could top the charts here. I quickly went through classic songs from my original world in my head. Thinking and thinking, I couldn't fight off my tiredness anymore and slowly fell asleep. The next morning at 6 a.m. I stretched, turned over, and got out of bed. I opened the door and walked out. The dining table and kitchen had been cleaned spotless. Chloe must have cleaned up after eating last night. I stood there thinking. Chloe usually got up at 8 a.m. to make food, because the original me would always sleep until past 10 a.m. Only after I woke up and finished eating and drinking could the mother and daughter eat my leftovers. I sighed again. Chloe in the room had actually already woken up. She didn't dare come out. Hearing sounds outside, then the door opening and closing again, Chloe bit her lip, staring at the bedroom door. Curious. Where did he go again? After waiting a long time with no sounds outside, Chloe looked at Lily still sleeping soundly beside her. After thinking, she gathered courage, quietly got out of bed, opened the bedroom door and walked out. The alcohol smell in the room had become very faint. Fresh air blew in through the window. It smelled good. This made Chloe feel like it wasn't real. It had been so long since she'd smelled this fresh scent. Could there really be this comfortable feeling in the house again? Chloe walked to the window and looked outside at the world, lost in thought without realizing it. Only at this moment did she suddenly remember. She was only 24 years old. After who knows how long, the door opened again. Chloe was startled, then her whole body went on alert, mechanically turning around. I froze in place too. I didn't expect Chloe to be awake already. I got up early and found no food at home, so I just bought some meat, vegetables, and rice. Both of us froze. Only then did I really see what my wife looked like. Very beautiful. More beautiful than those internet celebrities and stars from my original world. Especially those eyes. They seemed like they could talk. But now those eyes were full of fear and unease. And she was too thin. Her face was way too pale. Probably from not seeing sunlight and malnutrition for too long. Seeing this, my heart felt both pain and anger, and also embarrassment. Damn that original owner. How could he abuse such a beautiful wife like this? What a waste. I quickly broke the awkward silence. Good morning. I'll go make breakfast now. I kept my head down, not daring to look at her anymore, and quickly walked into the kitchen with the groceries. Chloe couldn't believe her ears and eyes. He actually said good morning to her. And when did he learn how to cook? Chloe silently watched the busy figure in the kitchen. A huge wave of grief hit her heart. She bit her lip, her eyes slowly getting wet. What was this? Was he feeling sorry for her now? Had his conscience finally woken up? Lily had woken up. Seeing Chloe's figure in the living room, she ran out barefoot. As soon as she came out, she smelled food cooking. She turned her head, blinking her big eyes at the kitchen. I naturally saw the little one. I opened my mouth and smiled at her, but Lily got scared and shrank back behind Chloe. I helplessly touched my nose. My chest suddenly felt stuffy like I couldn't breathe. Soon the food was ready. I took off my apron and looked at the mother and daughter still standing far away. Wash your hands and come eat! Lily was clearly drooling, but she still didn't move. Chloe looked nervously at this scene. I'd been looking forward to this, but seeing them so guarded, my hopes sank to the bottom. I was quiet for a moment, then sighed. You two eat first. I turned and went back to the side bedroom. Chloe wasn't touched at all. She watched the bedroom door close, looked down at her daughter's hopeful eyes, and sighed. Lily, wash your hands. Let's eat. Lily's eyes immediately lit up. Mommy, did Daddy make this for Lily? Chloe's voice got stuck. Looking at her daughter's hopeful eyes, she finally nodded. Seeing her mother's answer, Lily's eyes got even brighter. She quickly scooped up a spoonful of scrambled eggs and put it in her mouth. This is the first time Daddy made food for me. It's so yummy. Chloe just silently ate her food. Her heart was very conflicted and confused. I sat at the desk in the side bedroom. Actually, I was starving, but I knew the mother and daughter outside couldn't sit at the same table with me yet. Whatever. I pulled out my phone and opened this world's short video platform. I deleted the old account that only had a few thousand followers left and registered a new one. Out of habit, I clicked on the trending searches. The next second, my eyebrows furrowed. What is this garbage? When did even these talentless hacks start trending? I suddenly had an idea. I found some old sheet music from the desk drawer. These were left by Chloe before. I spread the music sheets on the desk, humming a familiar melody, my hand flying across the paper with the pen, writing the musical notes. In my original world, I was a songwriter. This little thing wasn't hard for me at all. In just a short time, a complete musical score appeared in front of me. I couldn't wait to pull out a guitar from the closet, sat at the desk holding it, and adjusted my mood. The next moment, I closed my eyes, my fingers gently strumming the strings. Can my love last until we're old? Will you still be by my side then? Look at those vows of forever, slowly drifting away with time. As the guitar sound came from the room, Chloe, who was silently eating, suddenly froze. She turned to look at the closed door, shock in her eyes. Chloe knew very clearly he didn't know how to play instruments. But what was happening now? Even Lily, who was happily eating, was attracted by the singing. She stopped her spoon and looked at my closed bedroom door. So gentle. This was the first time she heard such a gentle daddy. Even though Chloe had never heard this song before, she could tell this song was amazing. Such a beautiful melody, such touching lyrics. She could hardly believe this came from that monster's mouth. The guitar kept playing gently, my voice kept floating in the air. But the mother and daughter at the table were both frozen. Until the next line came, how many people once loved your youthful, happy appearance? Who's willing to bear the ruthless changes of time? How many people came and went in your life? But I'll be with you my whole life. Hearing this, Chloe couldn't hold it in anymore. Her shoulders started shaking lightly, tears falling one by one. 2 years? A whole 2 years? These 2 years, she'd been beaten every day. She hadn't listened to music in 2 years, hadn't left the house in 2 years. Every day, she faced nothing but daily struggles, beatings, and a husband who slowly turned into a monster. Now, she'd finally gathered courage to run away, and he sang this? What did he mean? Why did he suddenly change? What did it mean? Chloe was breaking down. She was confused again. She was scared this was just a short dream, and then everything would go back to how it was before. The singing stopped at this moment. Lily also noticed her mommy crying. She climbed onto Chloe's lap in panic, reaching out her little hands to wipe away the tears. Mommy, don't cry. Lily will blow on it for you. Lily thought her mommy's body hurt again. While wiping Chloe's tears, she lifted her little face, pulled open Chloe's collar, and started blowing on it. Right under the collar, Chloe's back was covered with scars everywhere. I didn't know what happened outside. Right now, I was opening my phone, clicked record video, and sang the song completely again. After finishing, I saved the recording and uploaded it. I let out a breath. Finally done. Now I just had to wait for people's reactions. After doing all this, I put the guitar back in the closet, then rubbed my growling stomach. I wonder if those two finished eating? Rubbing my stomach, I finally couldn't wait anymore. I gently pushed open the bedroom door, leaving a crack, and peeked out like a thief. I just happened to see Chloe holding Lily leaving the dining table. Her eyes were red like she'd just been crying. Chloe clearly saw me too. She froze for a moment, then quickly carried the child back to the master bedroom. I breathed a sigh of relief, pushed open the door, and walked to the dining table. Finally, I could eat. Looking at the food clearly left for me on the table, I felt a bit happy. After eating, with nothing to do, I wandered around the room. Just then, the master bedroom door suddenly opened. I looked over and saw a little head peeking out from inside. It was Lily. She tilted her head, curiously staring at me. Seeing Lily, I immediately wanted to smile. But before I could fully smile, I saw Lily quickly close the door and run back inside. From inside the room came Chloe's soft voice scolding the child. I innocently touched my nose. Time slowly passed. Just scrolling on my phone, 4 hours went by. It was noon. I put down my phone, rubbed my temples, and stood up. Time to make lunch. Just then, the bedroom door opened. Chloe, with no expression, came out carrying a pile of laundry. She seemed like she didn't see me standing by the couch and walked straight toward the bathroom. I clearly saw her body stiffen for a moment when she came out. Was she going to do laundry? I suddenly remembered my clothes were still in the washing machine from yesterday. Thinking of this, I quickly walked toward the bathroom too. Chloe was very nervous. She didn't expect me to still be home. Usually by this time, he'd already gone out drinking with his loser friends. Hearing my footsteps getting closer, her heartbeat started racing, her body shaking slightly. My clothes are still in the washing machine. Can I take them out first to dry them? My familiar voice came from behind. Chloe, who was about to open the washing machine, got startled. Her body shook and she shrank back into the bathroom. Be careful, I said another sentence without thinking. Only then did Chloe react. He was asking for her opinion? Her eyes dodged, not daring to look at me, but she still said, "Okay, you take yours first." "Thank you." I nodded. My hands were shaking a bit, my eyes filled with complicated, hard-to-describe pain. I just clearly seen the bruises and bloodstains under Chloe's neck. Although I had this body's memories, seeing it with my own eyes, I really couldn't imagine why there'd be such a cruel person in this world. I gathered the clothes from the washing machine, didn't keep looking at her. Right now my mind was spinning super fast. "I'll make lunch in a bit. Remember to call Lily out to eat." "Lily's asleep. I'll wake her up later." Chloe shrank back even more, looking very panicked. Even her words became jumbled. I knew staying here would only stress her out. I quickly grabbed the clothes from the washing machine, went to the balcony to hang them, then walked into the kitchen. In the bathroom, Chloe hugging the clothes stayed frozen in place. Only after hearing the stove turn on in the kitchen did she snap back to reality. She put the clothes in the washing machine with shaking hands, but her eyes kept unconsciously glancing toward the kitchen. Why did he start cooking for her and the child again? Listening to the washing machine spin, Chloe's heart was very complicated. After the clothes finished washing, she took them out and went to the balcony to hang them. That man kept busily working away in the kitchen. Lily woke up on her own without waiting for Chloe to call her. Still barefoot with her little feet, she pushed open the door, her two little hands rubbing her sleepy eyes. Her big confused eyes suddenly saw me busy in the kitchen. Her beautiful big eyes clearly lit up. Then she curiously leaned against the kitchen door frame, watching my back. She was still holding the lamb doll I gave her yesterday. After Chloe finished hanging the clothes and turned around, she saw this scene. She was completely scared. Quickly turned around with her back against the wall, both hands covering her face, slowly crouching down. Tears fell silently. This was a scene that only appeared in her dreams long, long ago, before they got married. I brought the food to the table, then quickly walked out of the house. Hearing the door close, Chloe messily wiped the tears from her face, stood up, and picked up Lily to come to the dining table. On the table were still 2 meat dishes, 2 vegetable dishes, and 2 bowls of rice already served, plus 1 bowl of steamed egg. Chloe looked at the delicious-smelling food on the table in a daze for a long time, before slowly sitting down. No one knew how complicated her feelings were right now. Even she didn't know what she was thinking. The food was as delicious as breakfast. The little one had already eaten the steamed egg with big bites. But the mother and daughter's peaceful lunch was soon broken by the sound of the door opening. They both looked up at the same time and saw me carrying big bags walking through the door. Lily's body moved closer to Chloe. The little spoon holding steamed egg stayed in her mouth, frozen. Her big eyes followed my movements. I kept my head down, not daring to look at the scared mother and daughter. I just walked to the couch, put down the bags in my hands, then spoke in a kind of muffled voice. "I bought you some ointment. Remember to use it. Also, I bought the kids some toys. I don't know if she'll like them. I saw other little girls have them, so she should have them too." Chloe didn't answer. After I finished speaking, I was quiet for a moment. "I know you won't believe me, but I still have to say this. From now on, I won't drink anymore, won't hit you again. You and Lily don't have to be so scared at home. The child's still young. This kind of atmosphere at home isn't good for her." I said it all in one breath. I felt a lot of the frustration in my chest finally ease up. I didn't wait for Chloe's answer and silently walked back to the side bedroom. Chloe watched where I disappeared, her mood incredibly complicated. Facing this man's sudden change, she still couldn't let her guard down. I was in the bedroom and my mood was even harder to describe. Tears were swirling in my eyes. About being reborn into this piece of trash's body, I felt terrible too. Especially seeing those scars all over Chloe's body made my heart feel even heavier. Just staying in this house for one short day, my heart was already pressed down almost to breaking point. I really couldn't understand why someone could have so much hate toward their own family. After Chloe finished eating, she left me some food. She washed her and Lily's dishes, looked at the bags on the table, thought about it, but finally held Lily's hand and walked toward the master bedroom. She really couldn't accept this sudden kindness. Who knew if it was a trap he set to make her lower her guard? Plus, she'd long gotten used to the pain on her body. She just didn't know what else she had that this man would scheme so hard to get. After experiencing one day of brief kindness, she was terrified the old days would come back. though in her heart there was also a tiny bit of hope. Maybe if she didn't accept his kindness, he'd keep acting like today. She only hoped he could stay like this for one more day, just one more day. I heard the bedroom door close next door and knew the mother and daughter finished eating. Only then did I get up and walk out of the room. Then I saw the bags on the coffee table still unopened, sitting quietly in the original spot. I sighed, not knowing what to do. I could only shake my head and eat. Just then, the master bedroom door unexpectedly opened again. Lily poked out her little head again, curiously staring at me eating. I tried to smile at her again. This time it finally worked. She didn't run away scared, but kept curiously staring at me eating. I felt a bit more relaxed inside. The heavy pressure in my heart also eased up quite a bit because of this soft little one. I put down my chopsticks and used my gentlest voice to call to the little one. Lily? My sudden voice startled the little one. Her body shook lightly, but she still didn't shrink back. Instead, she turned to look at the master bedroom. Then, like she got some encouragement, she looked at me again. A soft, sweet voice came from her mouth. Daddy. Hearing this, my whole body went numb. My eyes instantly got wet. The smile on my face bloomed like a flower. This was the most beautiful sound I'd heard since coming to this world. Lily tilted her little head, looking at this daddy who was both crying and laughing. She seemed confused why someone could smile while crying. I gently said, in response to the little one. Then I stood up, walked to the couch, and took out the lamb doll I just bought from the bag. I gently shook it at Lily. Lily blinked her big eyes. She seemed tempted. She looked at the doll in my hand, then turned to look at the master bedroom, looking back and forth. After a long time, she finally shuffled toward me slowly. Right now, my heart was pounding like crazy. Looking at this little girl who was like a little angel, I even stopped breathing. I was scared I'd scare this little one who'd finally taken a few steps toward me. Lily only knew Daddy would make yummy food for her, and now he had a toy she liked in his hand. He seemed like he wouldn't be mean to her and Mommy anymore. She walked up to me, lifted her little face, sniffed hard, then showed a happy smile. Daddy doesn't smell bad anymore. Does Lily want to look at the doll Daddy's holding? Is it pretty? Looking at this tiny little one in front of me, I spoke super gently and seriously to Lily. Lily's little hands moved, like she wanted to take the doll from my hand, but she still didn't have the courage to reach out. She just stared at me with her clear, bright big eyes. My eyes had been on Lily the whole time, so I naturally saw this little movement. So I slowly crouched down until I was at eye level with Lily. I gently placed the toy in Lily's hands. When my fingers touched Lily's little hand, I felt like my whole body went numb. Lily finally got the toy she liked. Her eyes moved from me to the doll. Her little fingers touched the doll's soft fur, and her eyes immediately curved into crescents. Watching the little one happily holding the toy, my heart felt incredibly warm, especially seeing Lily's dry, frizzy hair up close, her thin little face, and this outfit that had been washed so many times, it was faded and clearly too small. My heart suddenly felt like it was being stabbed. She was only 3 years old. At an age when she should be treasured, she was this happy over a small toy. I bit my teeth and quickly wiped my eyes, then just smiled and quietly watched Lily play beside me. At this moment, there was nothing else in my eyes. Chloe in the bedroom was even more nervous. She didn't know if what she did was right or wrong, but she agreed with what I said before. The child was still young and shouldn't grow up in this atmosphere. Letting the child be happy was the most she could do right now. Outside, Lily kept making bell-like laughter. Hearing it, Chloe couldn't help but cry. She just sat on the bed like that, silently wiping away tears. Not long after, Lily seemed tired. She held the doll tightly, looked at the daddy still smiling stupidly at her. A struggle showed on her little face. Then she turned and slowly ran back to the bedroom. I just stared blankly at the little one's figure disappearing. I touched my nose and smiled silently. Looks like I still need to buy this little one proper shoes. Always running around barefoot isn't a good habit. Time slowly passed. Dinner was still made by me. 3 dishes and a soup. As usual, I let the mother and daughter eat first before I came out to clean my plate. I went to bed early tonight. What I didn't know was that in just one night, my song, A Lifetime With You, went viral online with over 200,000 likes. You have to know, when some big internet influencers get hundreds of thousands of likes, having tens of thousands of comments is already really impressive. So this comment conversion rate was insanely high. My follower count broke 1 million overnight. Becoming a 1 million follower blogger with just one song and one video overnight. Of course, most of these followers were fans of this video. If I didn't come up with quality content like this video afterward, I'd quickly be forgotten by most people. I got up at 5 a.m. I still didn't know my song had already blown up. After washing up, I left the house to go for a morning run. When I got home, it was already 7:40 a.m. As soon as I pushed open the door, I ran into Chloe coming out of the bathroom. We both froze. She looked a bit panicked, seeing me covered in sweat. She looked at me covered in sweat, seeming lost about what to do, but still said nervously, "I didn't know you went out. I'll go make food now." I froze, caught off guard by this situation, but quickly answered, "Lily's still sleeping?" Chloe bit her lip and quietly said, She felt her heartbeat speed up. After exercising, the sunshine vibe on me made her very uncomfortable. She felt very panicked and unconsciously avoided me, walking quickly to the bedroom. "You sit wherever. I'm going to check on the child." After speaking, Chloe sped up like she was running away and rushed into the bedroom. I looked at the closed bedroom door and helplessly shook my head. After washing up, I felt starving. Plus, the original owner's alcohol withdrawal was acting up. I felt terrible and could only drink hot water like crazy while cooking to ease it. Lily woke up too. After Chloe washed her up, she leaned against the kitchen doorway watching me cook. She was still holding the lamb doll I gave her yesterday. I turned around and saw this little one. I smiled at Lily with a sunshine-like grin and asked, "Lily, what do you want to eat this morning?" "Daddy will make it for you." Lily tilted her little head, thinking seriously for a bit. Then her big eyes curved into crescents. "Steamed egg. Lily loves steamed egg." I answered dotingly, "Okay, steamed egg it is." After speaking, I reached out, wanting to ruffle Lily's little head, but quietly pulled my hand back. Looking at this little angel in front of me, I thought, take it slow, no rush. Seeing Lily slowly accepting me gave me real hope. My mood became much better. Even the alcohol withdrawal and hunger seemed to go away. Breakfast was still rich and filling. 2 meat dishes and 2 vegetable dishes, plus of course Lily's requested steamed egg. As usual, I went back to my small bedroom, letting the mother and daughter eat first. But better than last time, outside the two of them had some laughter and talking while eating. I lay in bed in the side bedroom, picked up my phone that I'd set to silent, wanting to check the video results. As soon as I unlocked my phone, I was shocked. Holy crap, how many notifications is this? All my phone's background messages had reached 99 plus. I swallowed nervously and swiped away all these notifications. I took a breath and opened my account. The over 1 million follower count on the main page almost blinded me. Over 1 million in one night? With an excited heart, I kept clicking on the video. Over 2 million likes. And I looked at the comment section. All positive reviews, all praising comments. I looked at my account's private messages again. Basically, all advertising companies looking for partnerships and various talent agencies recruiting me. I didn't pay attention to them because next was the exciting revenue moment. I opened the TikTok back-end earnings. The income staring back at me made me grin wide. Without accepting any ads, in just one day, this video's earnings from traffic alone reached a terrifying 320,000 yuan. Seeing the earnings, I finally breathed a sigh of relief. I had money. Life wouldn't be so tight anymore. Before, when the whole family only had 1,000-something yuan total, I had to be super careful even buying groceries. Now with this first bucket of gold, I naturally felt much more relaxed. After transferring the earnings to my bank card, I waited for the two outside to finish eating and the door to open before rushing out to eat breakfast. After breakfast, I quickly left the house. I headed straight to the shopping mall online. First, I bought Chloe a new phone, then did a big shopping haul. After coming out of the bedroom, Chloe cleaned the whole house from top to bottom, then sat on the couch. Looking at the bright sky outside the window after 2 days of ventilation, the house no longer had any alcohol smell.